We've heard the rumors for over a year now, and they've finally been proven true because Jersey Jack Pinball have just released their newest game. What is this, number 5 or 6 now? I don't even know anymore, but they're doing such a great job, obviously. It's going to be Toy Story! So let's just plunge our way into this story. Gosh, that's just so cringeworthy. I'm such a flipping idiot. I'm so sorry. But anyway, I make the same joke every time a new pinball machine comes out. I apologize. Anyway, it is what it is. Toy Story 4 is the new game, and this is Jersey Jack Pinball's actual website. Now, look, I will be going on many different web pages, showing you many different pictures of the pinball machine and suggestions and things that I would have liked to have seen in the game, but aren't in the game, and things that I actually love that are actually in the game. So if that sounds fun for you guys, where's that sound effect? There we go. Come join us. We're making videos, 4 videos a week, every week. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, whatever. Okay? So, annoying sound effect. Please stop. A magical pinball experience, if you can believe it. Has it stopped yet? Okay, it stopped now. Limited edition. So look, currently right now there's two different kinds of pinball machine, Toy Story pinball machine you can get, right? There's the limited edition, if I can say it correctly, and there's the collector's edition. Now you'd think, for people that aren't really aware, you'd think that the limited edition would be that's the top of the line, that's the best of the best. Well, if you're a fan of Stern Pinball, it is. Limited edition is, well, it's not a pro, is it? It's not a premium, no, it's a limited edition, but when it comes to Jersey Jack Pinball, an LE isn't quite as good as the CE, or the Collector's Edition. So the Collector's Edition has 450, I can't highlight it for some reason, there we go, has 450 plus individually controlled RGB LEDs, which, my goodness, Stern Pinball could never, ever do that, could they? I don't know why they couldn't do it, but they apparently can't do anywhere close to 450 LEDs. I've never seen, not even Star Trek can do that apparently. But even if you don't go down the very stupidly expensive CE, you can get the still stupidly expensive LE. I mean, it's not as expensive as the CE, but it's still stupidly expensive. 300 plus individually controlled RGB LED lights, which is awesome. All right, so just going to scroll down and just see some of the slides that they have on the website. We'll change picture slides. Whoop. No, Norton, now is not a good time. So yeah, Jersey Jack Pinball, 27-inch back box, LCD display, scenes from the film, 120 watt, 2.1 stereo sound system with subwoofer. It's fully 6 subwoofer. That's a reference to a TV show. Never mind, forget about it. It has, let me just go back quickly. It has a camera, so a photo booth camera, just like a couple of the older Jersey Jack Pinball games. They have a little camera in there, so when you get a high score, it takes a photo of your face. Let's hope you're not a fugitive and you're not playing it in a pub and somewhere in America or wherever. Your face will be all over the freaking game forever. All right, I'm guessing, and you weren't even expecting it. Let's hope you're not one of those, those cultures, like the Aboriginal culture here in Australia, where some Aboriginal people, as far as I'm aware, they don't like having their photo taken, or it's a rumor I've heard at least, it steals your soul or something like that. I'm not being racist, hell no, that's just what I've heard, right? But anyway, one moment you're playing pinball, the next your soul has disappeared. Wow, how'd that happen? Anyway, going to the next one, limited edition lighting, pinball industry leading lighting package, 300 plus individually controlled RGB LEDs, Jersey Jack Pinball exclusive RGB LED. There's so many different acronyms there and stuff, but all right, there we go. Gabby Gabby toy. Now look, I'm going to be getting into this in a second. The Gabby Gabby situation, cool and not cool, but it's cool, but it's Duke, kaboom. Matrix, Keanu Reeves. I don't think it's his voice, unfortunately. But anyway, yeah, that's really cool. I really like this situation. You know, you only get one shot apparently. Send the ball flying on the pop-up stunt ramp with individually controlled Benson posts that pop up, I'm guessing. They must pop up. They must pop up. Interactive Playfield LCD display. Okay, hang on. Let me just talk about this for a second. Play carnival games like Pop Darts, Pinball, and Tiki Party on the 10-inch display. Read game rules and win prizes. The picture frame has built-in LED lights for an immersive experience. Now, it's cool, yes, but I mean, 100%. I'm a huge pinball buff. Look, I've got a ball, a flipper, a plunger. I have an actual pinball machine. I have a home brew pinball machine that I built in my studio years ago. Based on the Breaking Bad TV show. I will be doing a reveal on that someday, but it's kind of an afterthought at the moment. I haven't really played with it in a while. That's what she said. But I really, look, if I'm buying, you know, $10,000, $12,000, whatever it is, pinball machine, I would really want more mechanical stuff on my machine personally. Yes, the screen is cool if you're 5 years old. No, it's not cool if you're into pinball and mechanical motion, mechanical satisfaction. I'd much rather have a mechanical toy on there, but it is cool nonetheless. Just my little, you know, blah, blah, blah. That's just my little blah, blah, blah. All right. Limited edition Star Adventure. What's this one? Watch colorful light shows as you fly through the air. So that's kind of cool. It's just basically LED lights, right? Take a chance, spinning wheel. Feel lucky, spin the wheel to light carnival games and send the ball in different directions. Forky. Gosh, I really didn't like the character Forky in Toy Story 4. I'm going to get into this very, very soon. There's a whole bunch of things I want to talk about soon. Just wait for that, okay? But anyway, Forky targets, yes. Please shoot the shit out of him, okay? Whew. Antique, what does that word even say? I don't know. Antique cabinet, kind of like what we had in the antique store in Toy Story 4. Yeah, I've seen all the movies. Shoot for the mystery scoop to enter the second chance antique store. Road trip pinball lock. That's kind of cool. I absolutely love, you know, actual ball locks, because some of these games these days, well, a lot of these games over the past as well, you know, Stern, not a physical ball lock, an actual, you know, an actual ball lock is what I want, is what a lot of people want, right? Like this. This is awesome, having an actual physical ball lock. But a lot of the games have a digital ball lock where it's, you know, ball locked 1, and ball lock 2, ball lock 3, and then multi-ball. But the balls come back to you, right? It's not. There's no physical lock. So I absolutely love that there's a physical lock, a physical locking system that actually locks the balls in place, and it's not just digital. So I think we're going back to the start now, are we? I don't know. If you guys see something that's cool, just pause it, all right? But anyway, we're going down. There's the collector's edition situation. And we will get into this in a second as well, so don't worry about that. I will talk about that in a second on another web page. Collector's edition cabinet. So that's the cabinet I'm guessing you're getting for the CE, you know, or you could probably call it the bankrupter, because once you buy it, I mean, sorry, hello bank, I got no money. Pretty much that's what's going to be happening, right? Carnival red chrome. I thought that was going to be funnier than it was, but anyway. Carnival red chrome armor. Jersey Jack Pinball's high quality powder chrome armor gives the machine a sleek look. The apron includes a signature plate signed by Jersey Jack himself. Pat Lawler. Laser etched rule card is also included. Well, there you go. Pixar ball shooter. That's awesome. Fireworks topper. I'm guessing that's only for the CE, and yes it is. Light up the night sky with the exclusive CE Collector's Edition fiber optic. Oh wow, fiber optic. Fireworks show topper. Keep an eye out for the Flying Duke Kaboom. Wow, that's awesome. Remember those little fiber optic little volcano toys we used to have as a kid? Or I don't know, you could buy them. You can probably buy them at the $2 shop now for like $2. But do you know what I'm talking about? Anyway, red chrome Playfield display. Okay, so there's this digital pinball that you can play on that little screen that we were just talking about. Now, I will show you all the pictures of this pinball machine in a second, and we also will have a look at the video we will basically react to the video on YouTube of this thing. But there's one thing I wanted to say about this, and I'll just quickly read this before I say it. So play interactive carnival games like Pop Darts, Fireball. We've read this before, haven't we? The red chrome picture frame has built-in LED lights for an extra immersive gameplay experience. So the actual digital pinball game is kind of from the Toy Story 4 movie. Now, if you have seen the Toy Story 4 movie, they actually go into an old classic pinball machine inside of this this old-fashioned shop. What are those old shops called? Antique shop. Okay, I finally got there. The mouse wheel's slowly turning today. Anyway, they go into the interior. They open up the coin door and go inside this pinball machine. Well, apparently this is the pinball machine art from the movie. Apparently, I don't remember this much, but I've seen an interview. Apparently, this artwork isn't actually in the movie, but they actually did have this artwork all ready and just to show in the movie. But the editors cut that bit out, right? But they ended up asking Pixar for the actual artwork that was supposed to be in the movie, and this is what they got. And by the way, this is a digital screen, as we know, and with a digital ball, yes, but when you hit the pop bumpers, the actual pop bumpers in the game go bing, 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 bing. So there's actual feedback. You feel the actual, kinetic satisfaction. There we go. There's that word I'm saying again. Okay. Mirrored back glass. We won't read that. Cabinet. Carnival. We're going in circles. Okay. So this right here is going to be the pinball game rules. There we go. If you guys want to have a quick look at that, take a quick screenshot of that. All right, 3, 2, 1, bam, back to my face again. So I think I heard someone that there's 12 different modes, and even Pat Lawler himself, the game designer, Twilight Zone. It's a reference, don't worry. He basically said that they're making this game a little easier to get to the wizard mode, which is good and bad, depending if how you are yourself. If you're just a casual player, then you can be like, yes, fuck yes. If you're a pinball hobbyist, you're going to be like, no, Darth Vader, no. It is what it is. So that's basically the modes for the game. All right. Now, there is this Pinball Magazine website, which I highly suggest you guys go check them out and support them if you want. All right. Cool little website. I don't know if they actually sell magazines, but they do website magazines. Yeah? Yeah? Website. All right. 3 flippers. This is what we're going to be getting. All right. Red powder-coated ramp, a spinning disc with awards, a jump ramp, which is awesome, to launch the ball, an LCD on the playfield, partly used to emulate a digital pinball game. Pop-up doll head, I will get to that in a second. 4 pop bumpers, a topper with rotating discs that reveal images. What is that? Okay, yeah, I think I know what it is. Side blade artwork, a captive ball. Okay, that's cool. Captive ball. Stills from the above mentioned video. All right, so we're just going to scroll down and look at some of the pretty images that this website has got for us. Cool. I'm going to try and get it so we can see perfectly. Is that cool? We can all see now? I think we can all see now. Okay. Now, yeah, Gabby. Why did they have to pick her as the bad guy? She was kind of the bad guy in Toy Story 4, yes, but at the end of the day, she became good. I'm going to get to this in a second. This is the back of the game with 4 pops. All right, that's awesome. At one point, they've made a few games, and pinball companies have made a few games with no pop bumpers. Doesn't quite feel like pinball if it hasn't got pop bumpers, right? That's just my opinion. That's going to be the CE topper. It's a spinner. The voice of her is actually going to be in this game, but apparently she's only going to be in the CE game, the higher priced game, whereas the LE, which is still, you know, a bank buster, I might add, is only getting a few words, or not as many, apparently. Just put all her words in the bloody LE, come on. It's just code, just whack it in an update and bam, Bob's your uncle. That's what I reckon, but anyway. Makes you wonder. Pretty. It would have been nice if it was physical. What are those things called? Drop targets. Jersey Jack Pinball. Lord of the Rings? No, The Hobbit. Jersey Jack Pinball, The Hobbit was a first. It had all those massive, you know, up and down drop targets. You guys remember that? It was a huge big feature of the game. It was a bit boring, but still kind of cool. But I reckon they should have added physical drop targets. That would have been cool. Just my opinion. We've got a spinning disc, kind of a, what's that game? Pirates of the Caribbean situation. Amber Heard, Johnny Depp. Jesus, have you guys been watching that bloody trial? Wow. It's like the O.J. Simpson trial all over again, but in 21st century with social media. Anyway, forget about that. Pretty. Very, very nice. So yeah, I'm going to show you the video in a second. That's the Boom Kaboom? Whatever his name is. Neo in the Matrix. That's him. All right, with his ball launch thing. And that's Gabby's thing that comes up and down. Very pretty. All right. Okay. If you guys want to read that, that's the limited edition features. You know, take a screenshot. And that's the collector's edition features. Once again, take a screenshot if you need to and read through that. Now, I have said before in the past that I really, really do love a game with 3 flippers or more. You know, 2 flippers is an absolute must. It's an absolute must. You must have 2 flippers in a game. But I always recommend that there should be always 3 flippers as a minimum. 2 is just lazy because you obviously need 2, and you know, if you haven't got a third ball or more, then, you know, boring. No, it's not, but you get what I'm trying to say. It just feels like, in my opinion, that a game with three flippers or more is definitely the way to go, because with the third flipper, you can put that son of a bitch absolutely anywhere within reason. As long as it has a good shot to go to, a good couple of shots to hit the ball to, right? Hang on, where are we? I'm 5 years old. Anyway, so I'm really happy that they've got 3 flippers. Awesome. So that's going to be the LE, I'm pretty sure. Is that the LE or the CE? It says it there, actually. That's the limited edition. I'm going to quickly zoom in on the limited edition. Pretty. And that's the CE. Yeah, I do actually prefer the red myself. The red's actually prettier. Haha, yeah. You're going to be seeing red after buying it, though. Too soon, too soon. Not funny, and that's still not funny. All right. Well, thanks, magazine website. That was awesome of you. Now, here's this video I want to watch with you guys together right now. Let's just do it, right? Let's react to it live. I'm just trying to get the video in frame properly. Here we go.
Your ticket to fun is here. Step right up to Disney and Pixar's Toy Story 4 Pinball. Launch into a world of adventure with your favorite Toy Story characters, like Woody, Buzz, and Bo Peep. Shoot ramps to collect tickets and play carnival games, like Dragon Zone, Jetstream, and classic Flipball. Take a chance on the spinning wheel. Earn awards to start Gabby Frenzy and Tiki Party video mode. Blast into Buzz Multi-Ball. Hit the warp target for a huge jackpot.
Kinda cool.
Channel your inner daredevil and take aim for the Duke Kaboom ramp.
I like that.
Featuring magical light shows and familiar tunes. It's pinball fun for the whole family. Disney and Pixar's Toy Story 4, only from Jersey Jack Pinball.
You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. If you haven't watched this one already, go watch this one from Straight Down the Middle, a pinball show. I watched this before making this video, and my goodness, lately they've been making videos when pinball machine companies drop a new pinball, I should be saying. And yeah, this is a great video. I'm hoping these guys are getting paid, because if they're not, I mean, it's slavery. They make good videos. Go check them out, okay? I'm going to stop that from playing. Now, okay, so this is really what I want to talk about. There's 4 different movies. I'm just trying to get my senses, all right? There's 4 different movies. There's Toy Story 1, which was fucking fantastic. All right, Sydney. I live in Sydney, Australia, if you guys don't know, but Sid, God, what an evil bastard. That would have made such a great character in the game. Now, in Toy Story 2, good movie. Arguably, maybe even a bit better than Toy Story 1. There was this guy. I can't remember his name, or the guy who played it, but I think it was... I can't remember who was in it now. Oh, that's the fat guy from Seinfeld, right? He's also in Jurassic Park, I'm pretty sure. He gets eaten by the dinosaur in Jurassic Park. Okay, there was that guy. I think it's him. Even looks like him a little bit. Toy Story 3. I kind of liked it, kind of didn't. The bad person in this one was that squishy thingy. I don't know what he's called. I mean, how am I supposed to remember that? I have no idea. And then, of course, Toy Story 4, which is what the game Jersey Jack Pinball is based this on. This is the bad person. I mean, this, honestly, the doll, the freaky doll on the left is the spookier thing, but Gabby, she's a bad girl. Bad girl, bye. I don't know. She's a bad person, all right? Let's be politically correct here. But she turns good. Imagine if they had made a pinball machine based on all 4 movies. Imagine the different baddies you could verse. Sid, this guy who's a collector. What about this person, this toy? And Gabby, what about that Zork? You guys remember that Zork? He's like a robot-y wheeled thing with a gun. He shoots balls. Zork. He was on number 2 or 2. He was number 2, I'm pretty sure. I just thought about something randomly right now. Pizza Planet. You guys remember Pizza Planet, right? They go to Pizza Planet in number 1 and number 2, I think. I can't quite remember. I think 1 and 2 they go to Pizza Planet, right? Imagine the theme they could have made if they had all 4 in one game. Like, I don't even like 4 that much. It was good, but Forky was such an annoying character. He kept wanting to commit suicide and jump off the bus. He wanted nothing to do with the family. My response while watching that movie was, good, let him. Goodbye. I no longer want to see you again. Bye-bye, Forky. The whole situation was that a little girl could make a fork, and it came to life, and it was just like, oh, fuck, cringe. So, I don't know whose idea it was to make this game. Where are we? This game for Toy Story 4. Well, they could have made all 4 games at the same time. Oh, is it Jersey Jack? Is it their fault for this, or is it Pixar and Disney's fault? I mean, someone need. I'm guessing it's. I'm sorry. Hang on. I'm guessing it's. I just had the name. I just said it to you guys. I'm guessing it's Pixar, and I'm guessing it's Disney that were saying no. We want it to be 4, or it's nothing. It's either going to be 4, or the pinball goes off the table. You want it back on the table? It's going to be number 4. So it's probably Disney and Pixar that have chosen this for a theme. Someone needs to sit down with Disney execs and say to them, look, you really... Shit, my cat just jumped on the table. Are you okay? If you really want to sell a theme, why not combine everything from all the 4 movies that have come? Wow, imagine how sick that would have been. Now, like I said, where are we? Imagine having him as the actual pop-up doll that comes up, not Gabby Gabby. You want to hit something. You want to destroy the enemy, right? Imagine destroying Sid. This was such an evil bastard. I never wanted to be like him. I wanted to save my toys when I was a kid after watching this. I wanted to be nothing like him. My toys were you know, I was hugging my toys. I'm being ridiculous now, but I wanted to protect my stuff, my belongings after watching this movie because I did not sympathize for this character at all. This is the most evilest character in Pixar's history ever. So, there we go. Now look, for anyone who doesn't remember, there's actually a Toy Story adult movie that came out. And I don't think too many people have seen it. But this was the actual poster for the adult movie. So here we go. Tom Wanks and Tim Ballin. The toys are back in mum. Sex Toy Story 3. I mean, there you go, right? The parents have got to have fun as well. Now, I also want to say that I'm really happy that Tim Allen, I mean, the voice of, was it Woody? No, Buzz. He's the voice of Buzz Lightyear. And for some strange reason, the new Lightyear movie that's coming out right now is voiced by Captain America, Chris Evans. Why did Disney do that? I don't know. Once again, another stupid Disney executive decision, in my opinion. But the fact that Jersey Jack Pinball have got Tim Allen to voice his character is amazing, okay? Jim Hanks. Now, this is Tom Hanks's brother, and he sounds pretty much just like him. Now, for anyone who doesn't know, all the little action figures that have come out over the years, or games, video games with Tom Hanks's characters in it, Tom Hanks never ever apparently does the voices. He's like, hey, my little brother needs some money. And he sounds like me. Go give him some money and he'll do the voices. That's what he does. That's his brother. Excuse my voice there. But Jim Hanks does the voice of Woody in this game, just like he does with all the other Woody game and toys. He does all the voices, all right? And this girl, Annie Potts, who, once again, she's doing the voice of Bo Peep, but the majority of her voice is going to be in the CE edition, the collector's edition, as opposed to the LE, which is a bit bloody ridiculous, but there you go. Now, this is actor voices that I would have loved to have seen in this Toy Story 4 Pinball Machine, but I don't think are in. If these voices that I'm about to show you, if these voice artists and actors would have been in this game, wow, amazing. They're not, I don't think, but this is going to be number one on my list, right? Slinky the Dog. This guy on the right, I can't quite remember his name now, but I'm pretty sure he's passed away. I'm not too sure if this guy is still with us or not. I don't quite remember, but yeah, they have voiced Slinky Dog. He's arguably better in my books. That would have been good if they did that one. Second on my list is going to be Don Rickles, who played Mr. Potato Head, right? Imagine having his voice in the game. Wow. But of course, he has passed away. Poor bugger. Look, drum roll. This is going to be my top pick for the voices they should have put in the game, but they haven't. Why Disney? Why Pixar? Why Jersey Jack? Drum roll. Here we go. This one should have absolutely been in the game. I can't quite remember his name now, but yes, he has passed away. And he was the voice of the army soldier, you know, left, right, left. Move on, soldier. I mean, I can't quite replicate his voice. He had such an amazing voice. And wow, imagine if they had put him in the game. Incredible. So look, what do you guys reckon about this new game from Jersey Jack Pinball? I know I do like it, but it just makes you wonder why they couldn't have utilized the whole theme. Taken the best bits and pieces from every single movie and utilized it into one game. I mean, that, in my opinion, it would have been the better situation to do it that way. I don't know why they didn't. Is it just bureaucracy? I can't quite say the word now. Bureaucracy? Is it just politicians, you know, Disney politicians saying, no, we can't do that? Is that what's happening? I don't know, but there you go. What do you guys reckon? Would you get the game? Let me know down in the comments below. We're on Channel 2 where we make videos, 4 videos a week. And of course, we're also on Channel 1. We do travel films all around the world, okay? Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, @TallBoyGareth. Like and subscribe. While the camera angles were different, my cat Brittany just jumped over there, so that's why she's gone. I've been Tall. My name's Gareth. See you beautiful people tomorrow. Someone buy me a new game, okay? That'd be great. I can't quite afford one, but you know, if you guys want to buy me one for the studio, I'd love you forever if you did. All right, see you. Bye. Whoop. There we go.